we're just gonna keep going. Let's start, I wanted to start standing today for a little bit. So yeah, let's just go ahead and come on to our mats or wherever you are. And why don't we start? We'll start standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Take a little bit of time in Tadasana or a mountain pose. So feel free to allow the feet are directly underneath your hip sockets. If you want to double check that, you can bring both hands together and then you kind of place the hands in between the feet. That's about the distance of our hip sockets for most of us. We can have a nice softness of the knees if you like, a softness of the ankles. Let's gently begin to think about pointing that tailbone down towards the earth, which is going to kind of begin to engage those low abdominals for a lot of us. Automatically, you may feel that belly button kind of pulling back to the spine, those low abdominals kind of pulling back to the spine. Palms can face in if you prefer, or they can face forward. We want to be nice and open in the shoulders. Really have this nice space here, letting the heart kind of shine forward and up. Lengthen long through the crown of the head. And we'll just hold here with a few breaths. We're taking some nice deep breaths in through our nose as best you can. Nice full breaths out the nose or the mouth. And when I exhale, I kind of remind myself to really kind of squeeze in those low gut, low tummy muscles, right? Just pull them in. Exhale everything you can. Take nice long full exhalations, and we'll take a little bit more. Feel free to close your eyes. I'm kind of taking a little bit of time myself, working that deep breath, but also I'm kind of playing with where my weight is on the feet. And if that's something you want to do with your eyes closed, it's really kind of fun. Closing our eyes kind of allows us to shut out everything in the outside world, really go inside of our bodies and feel what does where are we placing our weight on our feet? You can get real detailed with where you're placing the weight on the feet, right? It's kind of nice to know, kind of nice to recognize. And or if you want to play with where your weight is on your feet, it also kind of allows you, you're beginning to wake up the feet, you're beginning to wake up the legs. Few more, maybe playing with where your weight is, just enjoying this time for this moment here we have just to think about our skeletal posture and our breath. So one of the nice things about yoga is it is that moment where we can, come into that that idea of just coming into our body, just coming into our breath. The more kind of clear our mind gets in yoga, I think the better time we have in yoga class, right? Yoga is the place where you can take all those externalities, that kind of monkey mind, that super busy, crazy chaos mind, which is very easy to do in our world, and you can push all that gently aside. You can recognize it, say, I see you, but I'm going to push you aside and get to you when it's the time. All right. Let's go ahead and take our 3-part breathing exercise here. So again, standing nice and tall. We inhale, and I want you to inhale to the belly. So inhale kind of that low belly there while you bring the arms forward. Then we're gonna inhale to the sides of the ribs as you open your arms out. And then I want you to inhale to the very tip top of the lungs. You can look up towards the ceiling. So inhale to the tip top of the lungs. Now, I'm gonna face my palms out. Exhale through the top of the lungs. Exhale, feel those rib cage squeeze back together. Exhale, squeeze those low belly muscles in towards the spine as we exhale out of the low belly. And we're gonna go like that for a little while. So again, inhale to the low belly. Inhale out of the sides of the ribs. Really breathe in, maybe breathe into the back too. Inhale to the very tip top of the lungs. Palms face out. Exhale through the top of the lungs. Exhale through the belly. Exhale through, exhale through the ribs. Exhale through the low belly. And again, at your own tempo and breath pace. Hear yourself breathing. Maybe we're able to come into that Jai breath, that kind of ocean wave sound as you inhale. Really working the diaphragm as you inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to take one or two more. Nice job. If you just want to take a moment, just kind of gently shake it out. Let's kind of go ahead and keep warming up the legs a little bit here. So why don't we go ahead and come a little bit wider than normal. And we're just going to take that deep breath in. I want you to come into big exhale. Open up, inhale. We're going to go ahead and take a twist with a forward fold or a forward flexion at the hips. So inhale, deep breath in, maybe look out and up. And then exhale, I want you to come into the twist to the right. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to come into a bit of a forward fold there. And now engage the little abdominals, engage the glutes. Deep breath in. And exhale. And continue at your own tempo and breath pace. Deep breath in. Coming up, opening up. Exhale, coming into that twist. Go ahead and look behind you if you can. Deep breath in. Exhale. I want you to kind of gently squeeze the glutes and the little abdominals as you come up. Give these movements a little bit extra power as you rise up. Keep going. Let's go and take a couple more. One or two more. Do the same number on each side. Good job. And great big deep breath. And let's go ahead and continue with this nice big X here. So I'm going to open my legs a little bit wider. My legs are externally rotated. We externally rotate from the hip sockets. But that also means, my knees, my toes are tracking out, I want you to come into a comfortable position with your external rotation of the legs for you. And what we're really going to think about is that alignment as we bend the knees. Of the knees kind of tracking, if you can, over the space between the first and second toe, or maybe kind of the second and third toe. Try not to let the legs come in too much. You know, bodies are different, hips are different. So, you know, if it is something your legs insist on, what I really want you to think about more is just kind of bring the toes in a little bit more. How's that? If your knees insist on kind of coming in, let your toes come in just a little bit more. All right, here we go. We want to be nice and safe to our body. Great big deep breath in, reaching out in a big X. Inhale, exhale, bend down, gather up the goodness to your heart. Inhale, toss it aside. Exhale, bend down, gather it up. Inhale, share with the world. So exhale, we bend down, we gather up all the goodness to our heart. Inhale, we share with the world. Keep going. Keep going, couple more. Good, great big deep breath, and let's come on up. Inhale. Let's go ahead, we're gonna come in and out of big X, that nice, just big, wide yoga squat. Deep breath in. Inhale, low abs are engaged. Exhale, let's come on down. Now here, since we're gonna go nice and slow, let's really think again. Knee alignment, right? Deep breath in, opening up. Squeeze the glutes as we rise. And exhale. Keep going. So I will say, while we're going here, part of why I'm so into like this squeezing of the glutes, I know I say it a lot. The glutes are a big, 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 powerful muscle. They're gonna help propel you through this movement. And also it kind of allows us, but you know, for some of us who maybe do have a few low back issues, working on squeezing those glutes, reminding those glutes to own up and operate when we need them to, can help protect our low back. And honestly, as we age, our glutes try to get a little lazier. So as we age, it's just as important to remind those glutes they gotta stay online, stay with us forever. You know? In person classes, I'll often remind people, reminding us to squeeze those glutes or working on squats and whatnot. It was gonna be what helps us get up off the toilet on our own when we're like 87, 95, right? And that's kind of my goal. Deep breath in, a few more. All right, this next inhale, exhale, let's hold in this nice big wide yogi squat. So come on down. Low abdominals engaged. We can think about pulling that belly button back to the spine. You come down to where you're getting a good, I want us to feel it, right? But you know where that good spot is for you to work is. Feel free to readjust your legs, your knees. Remind those legs they're gonna open up. The knees hopefully are tracking, kind of in that space between the first, second, third toe or so. This is a great spot to go into a mudra. Or we can simply bring those hands into prayer position. Good, deep breath in. Let's open up. Inhale, let's go ahead and keep those legs nice and wide. We're gonna go into a wide-legged forward fold. So all I did was I just kind of turned my toes forward. You can turn the toes facing directly forward, maybe slightly let those toes come in, just a little bit of pigeon toeing. Lengthen long through the spine, low abdominals engaged. Deep breath, inhale, exhale. Come on down to this forward fold. If you have a block, you want to grab your block, feel free to place your block here, and you can place the hands on the block if you like. And maybe take a deep breath in. Simply working on folding ourselves in half. With all forward folds, let's remind ourselves to relax that upper body as much as possible. The more we can work on relaxing that upper body, the more we're going to fold in half a little bit more, a little bit deeper. We're allowing the hips to reach up towards the sky. I like to think about honey just dripping off my neck, my back, and my head onto the floor. So I'm not gonna, so the more I can gently fold in half and let that head gently reach down towards the earth, the more that honey's just gonna drip on down the back of my head and neck. Always coming back to our breath. All right, let's slowly engage those low abdominals. Let's think nice, long, flat back, deep breath in, coming up. And I'm even lifting the kneecaps as I come up. So I'm kind of saying good morning to those quads here. All right, let's take a second again. If you want to just shake it out, let's come back to Tadasana. So let's come back to mountain pose. Beginning to notice the difference mountain pose here from where we were just a few minutes ago. Why don't we come? I'm going to grab a quick drink of coffee, and we're going to come in and out of Uttanasana or chair. If you use a block for Uttanasana or chair pose, go right ahead. So maybe you prefer your legs to be together. If you have any knee issues, knee concerns, feel free, bring those legs together, and or place a block or maybe like a small exercise ball between your legs. Or if you prefer, you can always let those feet go a little bit wider than hip distance and come into Uttanasana or chair that way. I kind of like either having my legs together, or I like to squeeze a block between my thighs there. All right. We're going to come in and out, so we're not going to hold Uttanasana quite yet. Great big circles with those arms. Deep breath in. Maybe look out and up. Inhale. Exhale. Seat the hips down and back. Down to that diagonal and back. And then again, inhale. Readjust the legs as you knees. As we exhale, we feel that weight going down to the heels. Keep going. Here we go, this next inhale, exhale, let's go ahead and hold. Come on into Uttanasana. Hold here. Circles with those arms. Great big deep breath in. Come on up. Inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and release. Let's take a few moments. We're gonna, let's do our standing posture. I've been trying to put my cat in a few different rooms, and my family's just not. Apparently my family is letting her out, so I apologize, but I'm gonna bring my camera down just a little bit. All right, so you can see my legs, my feet. My legs are right next to one another. We want to be nice, tall, long in the spine, and we're going to rise up onto the tippy toes. We're going to keep the heels lifted. While we keep those heels lifted, let's bend those knees. And now it's like you're sliding your back flat down a wall. Okay, you're going to know the spot. Slowly lower the heels and then lengthen the knees. Let's do this 3 more times. So, deep breath in, come on up. Whew. Let's go ahead and bend the knees, keep those heels lifted. Back goes flat down the wall. Slowly lower the heels. Come up nice and long. Keep going at your own tempo and breath pace. 2 more times. For whatever it is worth, I'm feeling this in my ankles and heels and legs too. This is really testing my balance this morning. Whew. All right, nice job. I know it looks so easy, but it's kind of hard. All right, now, and of course, the more sturdy surface you have, so if you have like a wood floor surface, that may be a little bit easier. Carpet, layers of mat, the softer we make that surface, the harder it is to balance. So now, we're gonna switch directions. Again, back is nice and flat. So, we keep those heels, feet flat on the floor, you bend the knees. Now, lift the heels, come nice and long through the knees, and then slowly lower. So let's do everything nice and slow, because I know we're all shaking and we want to just plop down, but there's a lot of growth, a lot of good muscle movement in all that shakiness of the legs and ankles, right? So there's a lot of good going on when we have to make our body work and fight for this. Here we go. 3 more times. We bend the knees, lift the heels, come up nice and tall, slowly lower, and again, we bend the knees, lift the heels, nice and tall, slow, 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 take your time. Let's do 1 more. Coming back to our breath. Good job. Slowly lower. Take that time. Nice job. Why don't we go ahead and come? My apologies, gonna get the camera again. We're gonna come in and out of a few more rounds of Uttanasana. So, whatever version of Uttanasana works for you. My apologies. Okay. Circles with those arms out nice and wide. I'm squeezing a block in between my thighs. Great big deep breath in. We're going to come into Uttanasana and hold. I'm going to bring my arms long. Great big deep breath, inhale, exhale. Let's come on down into a nice forward fold. Just a nice, relaxed forward fold. Feel free to bend those knees as much as you like. Let's relax that upper body. Allowing the hips reach up towards the sky, top of the head. Gently reaching towards the floor of the earth. Good. Let's go ahead and gently bend those knees. Drop the tailbone. Slowly roll up. Stacking 1 vertebrae at a time. Great big deep breath. Inhale. Come on up. Nice job. Let's do another balance one. I'm going to, again, adjust the camera. Get a little bit closer. So, this isn't quite yoga per se, but it's a really good balance challenge, and I kind of just want you to see how it feels. What we're gonna do, I want you to put 1 foot directly in front of the other, and The toes of the back foot are just gently touching against the heel of the front foot. Hands can go wherever you like. If you're like, yeah, I got this, I'm doing really good, so a couple things. One, feel free to stay right here, right? This is a balance challenge. My body feels challenged with this. If you want to kind of advance it, you can maybe begin to gently turn your head side to side. And I apologize, I know you can't see me, but I'm just shaking my head a nice no. It's just kind of shaking no. Gentle, slow, exaggerated no. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and take a nice, slow, exaggerated yes with my head. So we're just kind of, as you look up at the ceiling and as we're moving our head, you're challenging your balance even more. And if you want one more level of balance challenge, keep your feet here in this position, this tandem position, and close your eyes and see what happens there. My eyes are closed and you can see my heels are definitely, my feet are rocking and rolling. All right, nice job. Inhale, exhale, relax. Let's switch. So switch feet, switch the front foot, switch the back foot. Okay, which one did I have? Yes, okay. And again. So the back toes just lightly brush up against the front toes. You want to stand nice and tall. Find your balance here. And if this is a good challenge for you right here and now, feel free to hold. This is a great, great challenge, balance challenge. If you want a little bit more, maybe we start making those nice, slow nod of the heads, nice, slow, exaggerated no. Maybe you do some nice, slow, exaggerated yes. And maybe if you'd like, you bring that head still and you close your eyes for kind of the ultimate balance challenge. Keep going. All right, and when you're ready, inhale, exhale, release. So thank you for playing along. I'm just, let's actually do a little bit more standing. So a big chunk of why I love to do balance so much, well, there's a handful of reasons, but I really do feel like it's one of those things, as you're out walking about, you're, out about the community, the world, there's gonna be moments you accidentally go to trip. There's going to be an unexpected rock or an unexpected something in your path. The more we practice balance here in yoga on the mat, the more your body learns to recognize those, hey, this is upright. This is, where we want to be. And the less likely you are to have a big fall, right? And that's a bonus in our life. If yoga helps us be less likely to have falls, that's a full-on bonus. So I want to, let's take Warrior One or a Virabhadrasana 1 this morning. So let's go ahead and take your right leg. Right toes point forward. Your left back foot is gonna begin to, back leg is gonna begin to externally rotate. Let's go ahead and bend that front knee. Legs are not super crazy wide apart, and I want you to do whatever you want with your arms this morning. Allow your arms to be wherever it feels good to you. I've actually just brought my hands together and back and just kind of gently pulling my arms back behind me. Why don't we go ahead, inhale, great big deep breath, and let's step forward. And now we're gonna do Vrikshasana or tree pose on our right foot. as always, your left foot, those toes can be on the earth if you want a little extra help balancing, or that left foot can go below or above the knee. Hands go wherever it feels good to you. I want us to stand nice and tall. Great big deep breath, inhale. Let's switch. So now let's bring our left foot in front. Let's take that right foot, is gonna be the back leg now. Left toes point forward, left knee points forward. We take a slightly wider step back. Begin to externally rotate that back leg. Front knee is bent, left front toes are pointing forward. Let's take just a moment to just lightly square up the hips. So I'm just gonna lightly pull my right hip back a little bit, left hip just comes forward. Very subtle, very light. Hands go wherever you like this morning. Great big deep breath in, come on up, and let's find our way into Vrikshasana or tree pose on your left foot this time. Nice and tall, I want you to kind of engage those low abdominals. Take a second, your hips here, so if we're going into your left leg, it's gonna be your standing leg, your hips are going to slide over to the left. Let's become aware of that. Let's tell those hips they need to come back in line underneath us, yeah? It's hard, I know. Right foot goes wherever works best for you. Hands go wherever works best for you. Well, right foot goes wherever works best for you, but we avoid placing that foot on the left knee. All right, nice job. Slowly come down. Let's go ahead and grab a quick drink of water, quick drink of coffee. Let's find our way seated. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of gently maneuver the camera in just a second. Let's find our way into a nice, tall, seated position. Take your time, maybe close your eyes. Take a moment, nice gentle twist here again. So circles with those arms out, nice and wide. Great big deep breath in, maybe look up, lengthen through the spine. Let's inhale, exhale. We're gonna take that twist to the right and we're gonna hold. Nice job. Circles with those arms out nice and wide. Great big full deep breath. Inhale, lengthen long through the spine. And exhale, take the twist to our left. We always think lengthen long through the spine first, then gently twist back a little bit deeper. Circles with those arms. Take that great big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come on now. Take a moment. practicing just a little bit of love for your body, sitting up nice and tall. Let's just take this moment here, kind of send a little bit of love to your body. Bhakti Yoga is a type of yoga, or one of the branches of yoga, and it's solely based on love. So everything they do in Bhakti Yoga is all about love. So we'll practice a little bit of Bhakti Yoga here, just a little love for yourself. The Anahata chakra is the heart chakra, and they say the color of that chakra is green. You can kind of take that with a little grain of salt in a way. All right, great big deep breath in. Let's just inhale, exhale, do our big head and neck circles. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, allow right ear to fall to right shoulder. Continue the exhale as we slowly take your time. Draw chin to chest. And then let's take the back half of the circle. Just nice deep breath in. You determine what parts of the circle, so inhale to the back half, exhale as you begin to bring the head around and forward, drawing chin to chest. So you determine how deep or shallow you go into any of these positions on the circle. If anything doesn't feel right, or if you've been told by a doctor, maybe don't do this or that with your neck, feel free to modify or avoid, or just, feel free to find an alternative. Let's do what feels best to your body. If you have been told maybe you're looking at a little bit of osteoporosis, osteopenia, maybe you avoid this real deep looking up, opening here. Maybe you just kind of come up and then up and over. 100% up to you. All right, we're gonna draw that chin to chest, and then we're gonna switch directions. So now you inhale as we bring the head back. Great big deep breath in, opening up. And then exhale. Come side and round and keep going your own tempo and breath pace. Great big deep breath in. Maybe you hold at one part of the circle, maybe you're coming to one part of the circle and your body's really talking to you. Feel free to take that moment simply to hold and get that extra little love and stretch. Send a little bit of Bhakti Yoga, a little bit of Bhakti, a little bit of love to your neck. All right, nice job. Deep breath in. Let's come on up. Why don't we go ahead and take our big old spinal circles while we're here. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna go side and forward as you inhale, side and back as you exhale. So we're coming in and out of cat-cow with a little extra movement. Deep breath in, exhale, rounding through the spine. Keep going, and then turn. We get a little different angle in me. Sorry, my hand's kind of in the way. Keep going. Nice job. Exhale, we're in that nice back cow position, and let's switch directions. So inhale, we go side and forward. Exhale, side and back. to take a moment sitting up nice and tall, excuse me, feel free. If you want to grab a quick drink of water, quick sip of coffee, go right ahead. But let's find ourselves next onto our hands and knees as you're ready. So in quadruped position. In quadruped position, we want our knees directly underneath our hips. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders. As always, anytime we're on those hands, we want to avoid dumping all of our weight into our wrist. So here in quadruped, a hands and knees position, you can always, kind of make what we call fist for wrist in yoga, and you kind of come up onto the fist. Automatically brings your wrist up. Or, if those hands are on the mat, you can always kind of gently kind of grip the mat. It's almost, people say, like froggy feet. And I also like to engage my arms. All right, let's take just a few rounds of cat-cow here. Low abdominals, nice and engaged. Great big deep breath in. Exhale, round through the spine and cat to cat. Keep going, your own tempo and breath pace. Low abdominals are nice and engaged. Great big deep breath in. Exhale, rounding the spine through a cat. I'm going to actually just kind of turn here. Let's take a little opposite arm, opposite leg. We'll add a little bit of forward flexion or abdominal crunch at the end. And actually, before we do that, let's just take a moment. I want us to tuck those toes in back. So tuck those toes under and back. We're just going to simply bring the hips onto those toes. Let's just hold here for a moment, getting that nice stretch of the fascia on the bottoms of the feet. I don't know about you all, but I do a lot on my feet, and I always forget to give them a little bit of love, a little bit of bhakti. But our feet do a lot for us. So taking a few moments, give a little extra stretch, a little extra love, a little extra thought to our feet. They hold us up all day. All right, inhale, exhale. Now let's come on back. And let's go ahead and do that opposite arm, opposite leg. And I'll do a few different angles here. So let's start definitely thinking about this nice flat back, low abdominals, super engaged, belly button pulling back to the spine. Really work to keep the belly button pulled back to the spine. I'm kind of feeling what we call a posterior pelvic tilt, or just really kind of thinking about, I actually kind of have to pull my pelvis a little bit more back up towards the sky to kind of create that nice flat back position. And I'm going to work to really keep my pelvis in that position while we go through at least this first part of the opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, deep breath in. I've really got to fight to keep that flat back. Inhale. Now exhale, round the spine. Bring nose, knee, elbow all together, nice rounded back. And we'll switch. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, bringing nose, elbow, knee, rounded spine all together. And again, deep breath in. couple more. Nice job. And let's actually go ahead and take a nice moment of a really wide-legged child's pose, almost like we're coming into froggy pose. So to come into that nice super wide-legged child's pose or froggy pose, you're going to actually bring your legs fairly far apart. We do want to go ahead, let's go ahead and dorsiflex the feet. I'm actually going to even come up here a little bit more, kind of see my feet. And then exhale, send those hips back. Careful with your knees. So if anything doesn't quite feel right, feel free to maybe maneuver around a little bit. Maybe you don't go quite as deep. Maybe you open up your legs a little bit wider. If you want, you can place your forehead on a block. We're just going to hold and enjoy here for a few breaths. I'm kind of gently pushing my hips back, trying to open up those hip sockets a little bit, but be very mindful, very careful of your knees. Good. Let's nice and slowly, we're actually going to come on up, and then let's find our way onto our back. Yeah, let's come sitting. Let's take boat pose. Let's take Navasana. So, lengthen of the spine, low abdominals engaged. You can keep your heels or your toes on the mat if you want, or maybe you lift one leg. Maybe you choose to lift both legs. Maybe you choose to straighten your knees. I prefer to keep my knees bent. 100% up to you. Let's work on that heart continuing to shine up towards the ceiling, the sky. Maybe you hold your legs. Maybe you open your arms. 100% up to you. Good. Inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and come on down. Let's do a little bit more abdominal work. Let's take a moment here. Simply hug the knees into chest. Let's get nice and relaxed that low back for a moment. Super, super relax the belly. Relax the low back. Maybe we just gently rock side to side. Nice job. All right, let's allow those feet to come on the floor. Let's do a little bit of opposite elbow to opposite knee. So I like my hands to come behind my head. Let's keep those elbows wide open. And as we all know, we are not gonna pull on our neck. We are gonna use our upper abdominal, upper back strength to rise up. Here we go, deep breath in. So we always come back to the middle. That's kind of our resting, collecting point. Deep breath in. Exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee. All right, let's do one, maybe two more, doing the same number on each side. Good job. Let's take a moment. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of bridge pose this morning. So with bridge pose, your hands should be able to just lightly reach down, the middle finger just lightly touches the heels. So we kind of reach down, middle finger lightly touches the heels. I'm gonna bring a block in between my legs. I know, kitty cat, but you can't right now. I just can't. Okay, block is in between the legs. We're gonna gently, let's bring the tailbone, gently point the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then we gently rise up. One vertebrae at a time. We're gonna lightly squeeze the glutes, engage the low abdominals, deep breath in, and exhale, we slowly lower. And again, point that tailbone up towards the ceiling, deep breath in. You determine how high or how low you go in your bridges. Exhale, we slowly lower. And continue here, your own tempo and breath pace. We are gently squeezing the glutes. We are gently engaging those low abdominals. Maybe take one more if you want to hold, lift those hips up. We'll hold for a few breaths. And then we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly lower. Let's take a moment. Let's just do just a few crunches this morning, just for the fun of it. All right, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. You determine how high or low you go. Inhaling. Exhaling. All right, let's take one more. Super fun abdominal. It's an abdominal exercise. This one really digs into those low gut muscle strength as well. This one also really digs into our recognition of where our spine is in time and space. So I walk my feet out quite a ways. My knees are still bent, my feet are still flat on the floor, but I do walk my feet out quite a bit. Okay, arms come up and overhead. Low abdominals engaged. Great big deep breath in. Starting from the crown of the head, that crown chakra. Let's slowly roll up, rounding through one vertebrae at a time. Exhale as we come up. Now, great big deep breath in. Nice long spine. Open up, long flat back. Open up the arms. Deep breath in. And now exhale like you're hugging a beach ball. Tailbone points forward. Slowly, we round through the spine as we exhale and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. A lot of times, for a lot of us coming up and coming down, we have this little spot I call the hiccup point. And all of us want to rush through the hiccup spot. I want you to go extra slow through that hiccup spot. Yeah, because that's where the work needs to happen. That's where the low abdominal strengthening is not quite there, and that's where we need to work. Deep breath in. Exhale, starting from the crown of the head, we're going to slowly peel our spine up one vertebrae at a time. All right, great big deep breath in. Nice long spine, arms open up as we inhale. And then we exhale, we round through the spine, and we slowly roll down. One vertebrae at a time. Take that great big deep breath in. Excuse me. go ahead. Let's do one more. Let's load up. Let's find our way one more time into Navasana or boat pose. Good, great big deep breath, inhale, exhale. Let us let's come into, let's go ahead and take either a modified, or if you prefer to take a full side plank, go right ahead. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the side. I'm gonna keep my right knee, my right hand on the mat. You wanna go into full side plank, feel free. I myself kind of prefer modified side plank. It just works better for my body. So I'm gonna reach my left leg back. My left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. I am completely allowing my heart, all these vital organs to be open and vulnerable to you. And feel free to keep that left foot, if you prefer, on the floor, or maybe we lift that left leg up. You can look up at the ceiling, you can look down at the floor. Good, let's take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and let's go ahead and switch. So let's bring the left hand, left knee to the mat. We're gonna reach that right leg back. Now my back side's gonna be open and vulnerable to you. My right arm, again, if you wanna go into full side plank, go right ahead. Right arm reaches up, your right foot can stay here, or that right foot can lift up if you prefer. Nice job. Inhale, exhale. Why don't we go ahead and come in to downward dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. So let's, hands come directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips, toes tuck under. Take that great big deep breath. Inhale, low abs engage. Exhale, allow the hips to rise up nice and high. Heels are gonna gently reach towards the floor of the earth. Head and neck is super relaxed. Again, I got that honey dripping down from between my shoulders, down my neck, and right down my head onto my mat. My hips are gently pushing up towards that sky. All right, nice job. Let's inhale, exhale. We're gonna come on down. And let's actually come on to our right side. Well, yeah, let's all come on our right side. I'm on my right side, whichever side you're on. I'm on my right side. Now, my knee, my right arm is nice and long, head is relaxed, right knee is bent. I'm gonna take that left leg. If you got a strap and would prefer to use a strap, you can wrap the strap around the foot, or maybe your hand holds on to the calf, maybe holds on to the ankle inside of the foot, maybe your peace fingers come in between those first two toes. Whatever works for you. So if I can keep this strap on my foot. Okay, bottom knee is bent. And we're just gonna work on lengthening through that top leg, or my left leg. And then we kind of gently pull it a little bit closer. This is super relaxing. Come back to that idea of Bhakti Yoga. Give yourself a little bit of love here. I can hang out here all day, right? So now,
for the fun part, I want you to lengthen through that bottom leg. So we lengthen through the bottom leg. And I want you to think about coming onto the very lateral right side or bottom side of your body. So you're on that nice edge. You are super on your right side here. While you're also lengthening this top leg, bottom leg is lengthened. It turns into you're both getting a good stretch on that top leg, and you're getting a balance challenge as well. All right, nice job. Let's just take a deep breath. Inhale. Let's go ahead and switch. And I'm actually gonna, I'm just gonna turn around so you can see my back half while I do this posture. How's that? So now, my strap is gonna go around my left foot, or maybe you're using your hands. You're gonna hold on to the ankle. You're gonna hold on to the calf, holding onto the foot, peace finger between the first two toes. So we start with that bottom knee being nice and bent. We're on the side of, on our left side now, working on that right leg being nice and long. We can just hang and chill here. Maybe close your eyes. All right, when we're ready, we're gonna keep stretching through this top leg. We straighten that bottom leg. We come onto the side of that bottom. I'm on my left side, so I'm super on my left side, that real lateral left side. You just saw my hips want to my right hip wants to kind of tilt back. Your body wants to compensate. Your body wants to find the easiest way, because this is a challenge. So maybe work to keep that right hip a little more forward if your right hip is trying to help you out by going back, right? Also says one more good morning to our abdominals here. All right, nice job. Deep breath, inhale, exhale. Let's simply take it into happy baby pose. I'm just gonna really open those knees up, nice and relaxed. Rock side to side. Let's take one. This is our last asana of the day, well, of the morning with class. Let's stay on our backs, nice and relaxed. Well, second to last. And let's draw that figure four or modified pigeon pose, yeah? So I'm gonna let my left leg bend, my left leg externally rotates, left knee bends. Left hand comes in between the two thighs. Right hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. I am super relaxed. Relax that back here. Let's just allow those legs to get a little bit closer to the upper body. Super relaxed here. And let's just take a nice, gentle, deep breath in. You can close your eyes and just feel how this feels to you. We're gonna switch legs. So now my right knee is gonna bend, my right leg externally rotates. I've created the figure four, but my legs have switched. Super relaxed. Inhale, exhale. Maybe notice how your body feels in this posture from one side to the other. I definitely have a few differences. And these little differences are simply telling of our body. And Little things to notice and become aware of. Nice job. And let's just take a little bit of time here in Shavasana. I'm going to come into a variation of Viparita Karani myself. Or just kind of what Viparita Karani is, legs up the wall, but I'm not going to go all the way to the wall this morning. I'm just going to take my block, place my block underneath my hips and low back, and then let my legs come up nice and long and simply relax here. Feel free to come into whatever version of final resting pose feels good to you. Some people kind of like an exercise ball or a block in between their scapulas or their shoulder blades. Doesn't quite work for me. It kind of stresses my low back out, but maybe it works for you. Some people really like it because it can really open up this part here, you know, right around the heart. Maybe you're simply going to come into Shavasana, final resting pose. You find, maybe you want to just close your eyes and take a little tiny bit of relaxed movement. Maybe you want to come into your sides, curl up in a ball, come to a seated position. Maybe you come to mountain pose or Tadasana. Ever works. Let's just come into a final resting position. Take some nice, long, full, deep breaths in. We'll come back to our breath. Nice, full, complete, full exhalations out. Really empty those exhalations out. As the monkey mind or those random thoughts and ideas want to begin to come into our brain, you can gently acknowledge and brush it aside. You'll take care of it when it's time. Take this moment here to empty ourselves. Take this moment just for yourself. Feel free to hold here in final resting pose for as long as it feels good to you. I do hope you have a great weekend. The light in me bows and honors to the light inside of you. Namaste, and I will see you Monday morning. Thank you. Have a great weekend. All right, and I thank you for coming along to yoga. Namaste. If you've made it all the way through this video, let me introduce myself. My name is Indigo. I'm a belly dance performer and instructor. I'm a yoga instructor. I'm a mom. I am a physical therapist assistant. You can rest assured, knowing everything we do here, I'm really good about cueing for what is good for your for bodies and alignment, and thinking about the long-term health of your body is that's really one of my big things. I would like to invite you, if you did stay this long, stay till the end, if you could hit subscribe, maybe hit like. Let me know what you really like in the video, maybe what works, or if you have any questions, let me know. I'm 100% curious about that. If you're interested, feel free to check out my Patreon page. The name will be in the description, but it's Belly Dance and Yoga with Indigo, same as this YouTube channel. I do host a great big belly dance retreat called Emerald Sanctuary Belly Dance Retreat. Our website is emeraldsanctuaryretreat.org. We have a big fun hafla coming up in just a few weeks into February here in Arlington, Washington, or we host a big belly dance retreat over kind of in Coulee City, Washington, towards the end of August. If you're at all interested in attending belly dance camp, it's a freaking blast. Or by all means, please feel free to check out my website, indigodance.net. All right, I hope you have a great day wherever you are at, whatever moment it is in the world. Namaste. By all means, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you and take care.